A baby is thought to bring joy to a couple and help them become proud parents. While the couple is happy together, they feel the greatest joy when they have a family. The feelings of being a parent are deep and hard to put into words. They are pure and joyful. Parents understand this happiness, especially when a baby is born. However, a family from Moldova faced difficulties after their daughter was born. They were worried about her unusual behavior. Years later, a neighbor changed everything for them. Love at first sight is real when a baby is born. They instantly bond with their mother. A mother's love is special and strong. But when a woman from Moldova gave birth to her daughter, something felt wrong. Scientifically, mothers and babies connect quickly because of hormones released during labor. One hormone, oxytocin, helps develop a mother's instincts. Newborns feel close to their mothers right from birth, recognizing their scent and voice even before they are born. This bond grows during the 9 months the baby spends in the womb. But when the daughter was born, she behaved strangely, soon causing worry for the family. Within seconds after birth, a baby is placed next to her mother, as she can only recognize her through her senses and adapt to the outside world via her warmth, love, and care. Surprisingly, their daughter would just cry, leaving the couple completely baffled. In March 1978, Vera Lasher and her husband Nikolay welcomed a little princess, a baby girl. The couple was ecstatic. Their happiness knew no bounds. They were already proud parents of a boy, and with the birth of their princess, they thought their family was complete. However, soon Vera could sense that something was off. What could it be? When everyone hoped that bringing their daughter home would be a happy and magical moment for Vera and Nikolay, it was anything but. From the very early stages, Vera felt a strange disconnect from her own daughter. Little did she know that this initial discomfort would later unravel a story none could ever imagine. Vera and Nikolay named their daughter Tatiana. When the couple brought their newborn baby girl home, they wanted to provide her with the best of everything. Since she was too young, the only way she communicated was through her expressions and crying gestures. However, one day, the situation seemed different. It was not new for the couple to see their newborn cry. They were already experienced parents. Most often, babies cry to communicate that they are hungry, but when Vera would feed Tatiana, she would only get more cranky and fight her. Vera often thought that Tatiana was mildly sick, but as her cries grew louder and louder, it frightened Vera. Vera and Nikolay hoped that as their baby girl grew older, her strange behavior would eventually vanish. However, fate had something else in store for the family. As years passed, Tatiana grew into a preschooler, but her behavior remained puzzling. The couple could not understand the matter. Tatiana would sometimes be very happy with them and then isolate herself. She was becoming moody and often upset. Things worsened when Tatiana became the topic of discussion among the neighbors. Vera recalled the birth of her son. She remembered how he would sleep in her arms and would communicate his hunger through actions while crying. But in Tatiana's case, she would rebel every time Vera tried to feed her. As a mother, Vera could easily sense that something was definitely odd about her baby girl. By the time Tatiana turned 6 years old, the neighbors began to gossip about her peculiar behavior. People whispered to one another about the little girl, and soon a big rumor spread. Even Vera's close relatives started to talk about it. When Vera learned about the gossip, she couldn't bear it. The neighbors had a reason to talk. Tatiana would not play with other kids her age nor mix well with her own family. Some people would even say that she didn't resemble her parents at all. This was quite bizarre. Then, one day, Vera overheard one such whisper. One fine day, she was in the community park with Tatiana when she heard her neighbors casting glances at them. She overheard them saying it seemed as if Vera had brought home someone else's baby, implying that she was raising the wrong child. People even suggested that Tatiana was adopted and that the family had been hiding it from everyone. Vera couldn't handle such rumors. She was already disturbed by Tatiana's attitude and behavior, and all these rumors were making things even more difficult. She did not want such talk to affect her daughter, so she and Nikolay decided to move from Moldova. However, as they prepared to leave, a truth surfaced. Vera and Nikolay had made all the arrangements to shift to the United States in early 1999. Just a week before they were to move into their new place, a woman from their neighborhood, who was a close friend of the family, came to speak with them. She told them she had important information. The woman shared a story about another baby who lived in her sister's neighbor's home. That baby was born around the same time as Tatiana, and his condition was also miserable. He cried often. Hearing about the similarities with that baby, Vera and Nikolay felt a pang of panic. While they were confused by the news about another baby with a similar situation, what their neighbor said next shocked them. They wanted to ignore a certain truth, but they couldn't. What she revealed was something no parent wants to hear. Later, Nikolay remembered in an interview that the woman knew both their family and the other family. He said, "She knew us and the other family, and she knew that both kids had problems after being in the hospital. You could tell that the other child looked a lot like our family, while our child looked like theirs." Vera and Nikolay decided it was best to leave Moldova. They moved to North Carolina and then Ohio. However, whenever they visited Moldova, they tried to find the other family to see if they could resolve anything from the past, but nothing ever happened. Back in the 90s, it wasn't as easy to locate people as it is today. The couple had long since abandoned their investigation, but in 2017, with the advent of technology, they decided to give it another try. They remembered that their neighbor had given them the name of the baby, Valentina Suman. In August 2017, they searched for the name Valentina Suman on Facebook and found a match. There was a girl in her 30s who lived in Moldova. She had dark hair and eyes similar to those of Nikolay. They messaged her and explained their entire case, asking for her birth details. When Valentina provided her birth date, place, and the hospital where she was born, Vera and Nikolay were amazed. It was exactly the same date, time, and place where Tatiana was born. She even forwarded some pictures from her infancy, making the resemblance clearer. Their son, upon seeing those pictures, remarked how much she resembled her parents, shocking everyone with this discovery. The resemblance was something none could ignore. With this, the family decided to get a DNA test done. In October 2017, the family had their DNA test conducted via a Russian television show. When the results came in, it was crystal clear. The doubts they had about Tatiana and Valentina were confirmed. Valentina's DNA was a 99.99% match to Vera and Nikolay. Valentina was their daughter. When Valentina met Vera backstage, she couldn't help but cry. It was an emotional reunion after almost 40 years. This explained why both girls had been fussy as babies. They could sense that their mothers weren't their real mothers. Both families shared a special moment, feeling upset about the hospital's mistake that switched the babies at birth. Still, they were thankful that both girls had been raised by loving adoptive parents who gave them great lives. Although Tatiana and Valentina were initially strangers, being raised by each other's families made them feel like sisters. They faced similar challenges growing up and had a hard time connecting with their parents. After finding out about her birth parents, Valentina worked hard to learn more about them and often traveled to the US from Moldova. Her life back home was tough, and she faced many challenges. Now, she is a single mother to a 6-year-old girl named Andrea and has also been a surrogate mother for her nephew. Vera and Nikolay were happy to welcome all their grandchildren into the family and enjoyed being part of such a big family. Tatiana also holds no grudges against anyone and is trying to get to know her birth family, but she still feels a strong bond with Vera and Nikolay, thankful for raising her into the person she is today. This story shows how fate brought two switched babies together and shaped their lives. Thankfully, they found their true roots. We wish them happiness and good health in the future.